Hi everybody. I would just like to thank everybody who's commented on me number balloon boxes. I have had quite a few people ask us how to do it. I did write a quick description, but if you're new, you might find it all gobbledygook. I'm still pretty new to Cricut. This is the first time I've actually done these boxes, and I'm really impressed with how they turned out. So anyway, I thought I'd do a quick video. So I've just opened up a new design space, and I'm going to just quickly add a square. And if you go up to the top and go to the unlock button, I'm going to change the size of that to 10 by 10. Now I'm on my computer because I'm trying to use my phone to record. So if you've got a phone, you would then go to the edit button, and if you scroll along, you will see the little unlock button for your size. So just do the same with that. So that's your first square. Now I'm going to go back to shapes. I'm going to do another square. Again, I'm going to unlock that other square, and I'm going to do it 8 by 8 inches. Yep. And I'm going to put it over to the other square. I'm going to highlight both of these. Now if you go up to the align button, again it might be on your scroll, and if you go to center, it will center the square into the middle. And I am going to highlight them both again. And then if you go down, you will see the slice button, and I'm going to click slice. I'm going to remove the squares I don't need and highlight them both and delete them off. Right. So that's for squares done. Now let's do the rectangles. Now if you go to the shapes, you'll notice there's no rectangles if you're new. So again, just click the square. We're going to unlock the square. The width is going to be 1 inch and the height is going to be 10. So we need 2 of these because that's for that side. So we need a 1 for this side. Instead of doing it again, just go up to duplicate and it will duplicate that rectangle. So now we have 2. Right. Before I do that, I like to put the square in the grid so it's in line with the boxes, because this makes this next part easier to line up. So we're going to line up one of these. If you go 2 boxes out, 2 small little boxes, not the big inch box, and level them up. It doesn't have to be perfect, because these are the bits that are getting folded. So that's one side. Then we're going to do the other side. I am trying to do this whilst holding my phone and record a video. Just needs to move over a little bit more. There we go. Right. So you've got your 2 sides. Now we need for top and my bottom. So again, we're going to go and get a square, and we're going to change it to a rectangle. So it's going to be 1 inch. Well, actually it's going to be 9 by 1. So click 9 by 1. Again, we'll duplicate that. So you're going to have the 1 for the bottom. Again, go 2 squares in, and it'll leave you 2 squares out. Like that, and stop that there, and do the same with the top. 2 squares, and I hate it when you put it on, it just moves it a little bit. Right, there we go. Right, so now you've got your square like this. So now we're going to highlight all of the square and the rectangles, and we are going to click the weld button. So now you've got your square. Now you're going to insert a text, the letter that you want. So I'm just going to use the letter M. I'm going to do it a capital, and I'm going to change, well, the font's already Roman times, but if you wanted to change the font, you just go to the font and change to whatever you want. I'm sticking with the Roman times. So again, because we've got the square already in the box grid, it makes lining up the M easier, or sizing it. So we're going to do the length first. Make sure your M some of it is in the top and some of it is in the bottom. So when you weld them, it makes it easier for when you cut, because if it's not, it'll be too flimsy and it'll cut it off. So I want it a bit wider, and I'm going to do them so they're an inch away from the square. Yep, to that side. And right, so that to me will do me. So if you can't see, I've overlapped it into the square. You can make it a little bit further in, but that should be enough. I'm going to highlight them both, and then I am going to click the weld. So that's your M. Okay, now you would see where you could put your score lines. So you would put it across there, then down to the side of there, then across there again, and up that side again. Right. If you do the score lines, you just go to the shapes. For those who haven't seen the score line before, this is the score line. So you can drag it along to where you need and pull it down to the required length. And you could duplicate that to see if you're doing it on the other side. So you duplicate it and you can put that where it needs to go on the other side. And again for the top and the bottom. And I'm just going to change it, that one. Right, and right, and we're going to make up, change it again. I don't know why it's just on that. Right, okay, so anyway, we're going to change that, rotate it, and we're going to drag it up to the top, pull it along to the other side. I don't know why it's on an angle. There we go. So you've got your score line at the top, still on an angle a little bit. There we go. Right, that's fine. And then duplicate that for the bottom. Now, if you've got a scoring wheel or a scoring pen, brilliant. If you don't even need to bother with this step. You could have just went straight to cut. I used a medium cardstock setting and the default pressure. I didn't need to add any more because the card I got from Hobbycraft was fine. So if you were adding a score line, you add them and you attach them, and it will, when you go to make it, it will tell you that you need a score. Yep, there you go. So it will come up as a score and cut. But again, if you didn't want the score lines, a 30cm ruler, you know where the guide is for do it, and it's pretty straightforward. So then you would just click continue, and you would do, I'll show you what I press. So obviously, actually my maker's not even switched on, so it'll not come up. Anyway, so it'll come up card setting, medium stock, click on that and repeat it 4 times. For the top and the bottom, so I used, again, I just put a plain simple square in, 10 by 10, printed it off for the top and the bottom. I would use double-sided tape to tape down the sides, tape them all together to make the box cube. Do the same for the top, put your top on or your bottom, whatever one you want to do first. Fill it with some balloons. Depending on what size balloons you want to blow up, you could have small water balloons, which might do great, or just normal latex balloons, which if you do pretty small, don't blow them up fully, you'll probably get about 4 or 5 in each cube. And that is it. Once the balloons are in, you then double side the rest of the sides and put your bottom or your top on, depending on which way you wanted to do it, and it's done. And there you go. Hope you liked it. Thanks. Bye.